Okay. Well, it's chest and tries. It's September 4th, 2023. And it's Monday, Labor Day, and it's chest and tries. So I decided why not do another live stream because last time failed, kind of. So, if you're wondering what happened last time, so basically my alarm for YouTube ran out, or my time limit on YouTube. 9 hours. I didn't run out, but I ran out of time on YouTube, so that's why it crashed. And then the audio was impaired. Something was wrong with the audio for a little bit. So it was 40 minutes of silence, pretty much. Maybe a little bit over 40 minutes. Oh, that's a nice one. But I'm gonna try again today. And there's better lighting today, I think. So since I don't have a spot, I'm doing less weight, more reps. So 10, 50, 60. So this is 70 pounds. I'll do 80. So 80 pounds. I'm gonna see if I can go. I can definitely go over 12 reps, but let's just see. But let me get some stretches in real quick though. I neglected stretching for a lot of months before I started to train. And even after training, I stretch sometimes. But I neglected stretching before and after training. And I tried stretching one time. The next day I felt like way looser than I usually do. So then I was like, oh shoot, I should probably keep stretching. It helps my martial arts and it just helps with mobility. So, yeah. And it prevents injuries. So you should stretch before and after workouts. It helps with mobility. It helps with performance. And it just suits better. I'm doing 80. I'm gonna see how many reps I can go for 80 pounds. God damn, bro, the sun is in my eyes. Really bad. So 16 reps, well not bad. So if you're wondering how to proper your bench form, a really good way is to reach for like your mid chest to low chest and not like upper. So like when you're on the bench, you want to bench to your mid chest so it creates like a straight line. Ever since I started doing that, I feel my chest way more on bench, way more than usual. And to people who work out with music, or do anything with music, like if you're on a break or you're on rest, do you still listen to music? Or do you like put the song off or skip forward to where the beat drops and then you do your next set? Because I've wondered that for a little bit. That, like, do you guys listen to music on your rests? Or, like, what do you do? Like, I'm really curious, because I don't, as you can probably hear, I don't listen to music. So, trust it, bro. I need my bros on here. I need Big Cho. Cho. Or maybe Haas. What time is it in UK right now? I have no idea. But Haas joined up, fucking awesome. So, like you see, let's try 15 reps again. Or maybe more. Let's do 18 reps. 85. No, this is 80. 15 reps. Five more. 5, 4. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. If your workouts ain't hurt, if your workouts don't hurt, they should hurt. Because if they're not hurting, what's the point? You need to tear the muscle fibers in order for it to grow back. So, if you're not tearing up the muscle fibers enough, have fun seeing no gains. Speaking of no gains, the two main reasons you're not making gains, I already talked about this like 5,000 times on the channel. You're not eating enough. Not training hard enough. And I really wish I've listened, you know? Like I really wish I listened to my family when they told me to eat more. Nah. I decided I want to be lean. Because I was like, oh, I want to be lean. So I'm not going to eat because I'm going to get fat. It's not how that works. I was stupid. Little did I know the key to muscle is eating. And I didn't learn that until like months later. Maybe until like May. I was having a conversation with one of my friend's older brothers who like goes to gym a lot. He just told me to eat like a motherfucker. Ever since that day, I've been just eating like a motherfucker. So, have I gained muscle? Honestly, I would say so. I think I gained 4 or 5 pounds this summer of, I think, muscle. I don't know about my body fat percentage. In June, it was like 12%. Probably it's like still the same. Just more muscle now, honestly. So, yeah. Having muscle's cool. I was just thinking back to the last live stream like 2 or 3 days ago. 2 days ago. I had so much to say, and I probably still have way more to say, but I just gotta get back into the flow. And if audio was on in that video, Dude, there would be way more comments and everything, but nah. My audio decided to cut out. How many more sets? 2 more sets. I'm gonna go 13 reps. So 12 reps. The most amount of weight I've ever done was on 170. But that was on a Smith's machine, so I don't really think that counts. But the most amount of weight I've ever done by myself has been 120 for 6 reps. So if I can do 120 for 6 reps, I can probably maybe like do 150? Maybe? 135? My 1 rep max? But I'm not so sure. But if I can do over 150 by myself, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. And supposedly to bench, or to be considered strong, you gotta be able to bench over your body weight. And I've already done that, so I guess I'm strong. So that's nice. So, that's not nice, that's fucking awesome, bro. I'm strong. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. Okay, so 90 for 10 reps. I can do that. If I can bench you for 10 reps, just you gotta spam W's in the chat, bro. Because that's an accomplishment. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can push more. 12. Okay, you gotta stand up using the chat. I would push harder, but the thing is I don't got a spot. And that's not that good. My family's busy. I gotta get my workout, so what am I gonna do? You know? Still gotta get the gains. Bro, the lighting is so good right now. Holy shit. Well, I guess I figured since I'm on rest right now, I guess I'll show you around my home gym maybe. So, right here, we got bench / squat. Got a bench here. The max weight we have is 120 pounds. So I gotta get more weights. That's not enough. Bench, Peloton, with like little puny 3-pound weights. It's like honestly really cute, because like, honestly, if you can't curl more than 3 pounds, that's kind of sad. But here we got dumbbells. I don't even know. That's like a yoga pad or something. So it goes from 25 pounds, and then kettlebells down there. Fuck, okay. Not a good streamer, guys. So whatever. Then we got adjustable dumbbells, I guess. They just put weights on it and then curl it. Barbell curls, curl bar, and treadmill. It's honestly kind of it. It has pretty much everything I need. Oh, and pull-up bar. That ruins my door frame. So, then outside we got the calisthenics park. If you can see it, I don't even know where it is on the frame. Over there. There you go. But there's the calisthenics part. That's where I usually go for back. And then but it's just average, I guess. Better than what most people have, so I'm grateful for that. That I get to work out. I remember like a year ago, 2 years ago, I was standing right where the dumbbells were, taking not a mirror photo, taking like a picture, and I thought I looked like Chad. I thought I looked so good and everything. And looking back on that picture, I realized that no, I looked like shit. I looked horrible, bro. So I guess a few months later, I gotta retake that photo. So it's like a year. I gotta do that with my main mirror photo I always post about like my main real starting point. And this month, it's gonna be 10 months of me working out. Started working out November 26th. Or 26th or 27th. Can't really remember that part. But it's a day where my life changed forever. And my arms can show. One more set of normal bench, then go to incline, and maybe something with dumbbells. The problem is, I can't really hit triceps that well here. Okay, I'm going on the side rack. Give me a second. These tricep kickbacks and shit, I hate doing tricep kickbacks. I never feel my triceps while I'm doing them. Like, I do correct form, I try to do correct form and everything. It's just I'm like fighting gravity. And like, no one uses their tricep like this. No one uses their tricep to like, in this motion. So it's just like, this is useless. Whereas if I had like a cable machine, or I don't even know what they're called, just tricep extension machines, where like, you have the rope, then you like pull it down, like right there, that's where I feel my tricep the most. That's where I feel the most activation in the tricep. All heads of the tricep, the long head, how many heads are there? The long head, medial head, and the other head. It's like 3 heads in tricep. But anyway, those tricep kickbacks are useless. You should stop doing them. But if that's really all you got, whatever. Invest. You should invest in that cable machine. The best I have is ropes, so I guess you'll see me doing those later. So I'm attempt to go full weight on bench, and hopefully I don't suffocate and die. But if I do, then it kind of sucks. The views. I hate those people who do the stupidest stuff for views. Like, they know it's pointless. They just want the attention. They just want the views, the subscribers. And all of that nonsense content, you're not learning anything. So you're gaining no value other than to give you more dopamine, to spike your content consumption, and it does nothing for you. Ryan Trey and Mr. Beast. The list can go on and on. Oh, fuck. Nikocado Avocado. If you guys know who that is, then don't be like that guy. He used to be some vegan. Now he's just a binge eater. Really fat. Really fat. And I don't know how he's still alive. I don't know how he's happy with himself. So, yeah. And I'll get into the quickest way to feel better about stuff in a second after I hit this. How many reps should I? I'll just do 3 reps. I'll try it for 3 reps. 120, folks. One more. That's going to failure, folks. I almost made it to 7. Almost. I swear I could have done another rep, bro. But nope. My chest decided to give out. But hey, 6.5 reps. I'm happy with that. Better than 6 reps from last week, so I'm happy with that. It's gonna be weird in the future to come back and see this live stream when I can bench 200, 250, 305. I don't even know how many is down the line. But it's gonna be weird coming back here and watching me struggle to do 120 for almost 6 reps, or for 7 reps. It's gonna happen slowly, year after year, but I'll get to 305. So. And if there's anyone actually interested, body transformations are never going to happen in a day, in a week, never in a month. To get that quote-unquote dream physique, perfect physique, that doesn't even exist, by the way. The only reason it would exist is because of some Photoshop, perfect lighting, all the BS strategies that people use to make their photos look better. 99.999% of those people never look like they do in real life. They look way smaller than they do in the pictures. to get where I went, to get from where I started to where I am now to 10 months. And even still, yeah, I made pretty good progress, but I didn't get bigger. I just leaned down. So, yeah. Stop hoping for like the 6 month, 3 month body transformation, 1 year body transformation, even though all those achievements are amazing. Prolong it more. Prolong it to 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, even. Prolong your time frame and everything. Like, even though I'm like super ambitious, I want to get to like 1 million subscribers in 4 years. Multi-millionaire by like 25, by 30. I know it's possible. People have done it. But I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on just on myself. Being 14, thinking I know it all, when I really don't. And here's the thing. It's so funny to me that I think I know it all. I really do think I know it all at times. And then I get that one comment from my father, from like elders, mentors, and then I just like realize I don't know jack shit. What am I talking about? I mean, sure, yeah, I probably know more about self-improvement, productivity, working out than like 99% of teenagers nowadays, but even then, I'm some random 14-year-old that doesn't really know much. So, to think that I know it all, you're never gonna know it all. And that's the sad part about it. You wanna think you know it all. You're never gonna know it all. When you're 100, when you're 80, maybe if you get up to 200, which I bet is pretty much possible, you're never gonna know it all. The only person to really know it all is no one, so. Yeah. And I used to be. I used to be so jealous of all my friends who like were able to do the vein pop thing, like where they popped out their veins. I always thought it was really weird, but like somewhat kind of cool. And now that I can do that, obviously I think it's like awesome that I'm able to do that. I look fit, I look healthy, but I think my mental perception of it was overloaded too much. I thought it was gonna be this big grand thing. I was like, oh my god, I can see my veins now, let's fucking go. Yeah, it was that. Definitely. Not anything about it bad against it being healthy, but I overemphasized how big of an accomplishment it would be. Like, when I first saw my first vein pop out, like actually, I thought it was like the king of the world, the coolest thing ever, and now it's just whatever. Anytime I'm outside, or if it's like humid or whatever, I always see my veins, and I'm just like, oh, okay, just whatever. And it's like that with everything. A lot of success. Anytime I reach a goal, or I reach the subscribers, reach the views that I wanted, I thought it was going to be this big life-changing thing, even the body transformation. Especially the body transformation. I thought it was going to change my entire life. And yes, even though it did, it instilled in me the discipline, instilled in me the willpower, blah, 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 blah. honestly, it didn't change that much. Or it didn't change as much as I thought it would. I'm still breathing, still eating. Still the same person, different mindset, but still the same person nonetheless. So your mental perception of things will always be worse, 10 times worse, or 10 times better of what you think it would, or what it actually would be. I don't know why, but for years, like, this was the stupidest fear. I had the stupid fear of, like, asking to use the restroom from my teachers. For no reason. It was really dumb, honestly. I have no idea why I had that fear. But each time that I would ask, they just said yes. Like, of course you can just use the restroom. But always in the back of my mind, before I ask, I always think of the worst case scenario. Like, what if they yell at me in front of the class about, oh, no, you can't use the restroom, you know, blah, 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 like, stupid ass reason. So yeah, you'll always think of things worse than they actually are. And for achievements, you'll always think of it 10 times better than it actually would feel. The dopamine rush before you hit the finish line, you think you will feel like the king of the world. You think you will feel like a god. But then when you actually finish first in the race, and although obviously it's a really good accomplishment, it's like really cool, blah, blah, blah. After you're at the finish line, it just feels like, that's it? Is that really all I've been working for? And this isn't to discourage you from going to do like the disciplined hard work, to hit the workout or anything. This isn't to discourage you about not to achieve your goals, because obviously you need, as a young man, you need to have these big, ambitious goals for your life so you can retire your future family so they don't have to work some shitty job, or you won't even have to work some shitty job. You won't end up homeless or on the street, and you have a family that loves you, and you have a family that you love dearly. And every action you take dictates where you're going to end up. So if you work out every day, where do you think you're going to end up? You think you're going to have fat? I mean, it depends on your diet, but if you have a healthy diet, you work out every day, do you think you're going to have fat? No. But if you don't work out, you eat ice cream every day, you eat sheep food every day, what do you think? You're going to end up fat. So every little action you take, no matter how insignificant, will always improve some aspect, or the positive action, no matter how small and insignificant, will always have a positive impact. Even like only 3 minutes of meditation a day puts you in the top 99% of people. Because the bottom 99% of people, what do you think they do? They don't meditate. They think it's stupid and they just think it's stupid, irrational. And obviously, I thought this. All the habits that I'm on, I thought it was stupid. The cold showers, I thought it was stupid. I don't need to do this. The workouts, I don't need to work out. This is stupid anyway. Journaling, meditation, both of these I thought were incredibly so stupid until I tried it out. Well, the first time you journal, you're going to have so many thoughts in your mind being, this is stupid. You don't need to be doing this. You can be doing something way more productive, like scrolling on TikTok. Yeah, that's so productive. But then eventually you're going to get into a flow of things. Like you're going to be able to immerse with the words that you're saying, the words that you're writing down on the paper. And that's what is called a flow state, where you have no thoughts at all in your head, in your mind, distracting you from the task at hand. There have been multiple studies about flow state that says that once you're in a flow state and you have no thoughts or no feelings or about anything, you're just completely immersed in the task. That's where you are the most happiest. It's not where you're just on a vacation, on a rest. That's where a lot of the times you feel most unhappy, the most depressive symptoms. Because, or maybe not depressive, but you just like, you're just sitting there staring into space, thinking about every little thing that can go wrong, or stuff about life, like negative thoughts just circling through your head, and you know the feeling. You're just there, staring into space, doing nothing, being nothing. So, when you're in a flow state, no matter how mundane the task, that's like the peak pinnacle of human experience where you're just in the present. That's the whole reason meditation exists. The whole 10 years of meditation that monks do in the mountains, or studying like 100 years of meditation throughout history. The whole reason they meditate is so they can gain presence. And presence is the key to success, the key to happiness. Because if you're not present while you're learning, you're not learning. If you're not present while you're in a relationship with someone, friendship, love relationship with your family or anything, if you're not present with them, you can't have loving conversations with them, you can't have a nice conversation with them. So you're just going to resent them, you're going to hate them, and you're just not going to have the best relationship. Whereas if you two were both in a flow state, thinking about nothing, just with each other, it's like, yeah, and you know when other people are in a flow state or not. You know when someone is really listening to you. You know when someone is, or you know when someone is just staring into space and not listening to a word you're saying, staring at their phone, and they just point it in your face and like, bro, look at this funny meme. And when someone does that, if it's like uncalled for, if you're searching for a photo or something about a story or a video about something that happened, like that was really funny or something, and you have a reason to click on your phone, to find the video, to find the picture, sure, whatever. But if it's just uncalled for, and if you're trying to have a conversation with someone and they're just looking at your phone, their phone, they're just looking at their phone, scrolling, you're trying to have a conversation with them, you're going to hate them, you're going to resent them. You're not going to hate them, like you're not going to want to kill them, but some little piece of you is going to feel rejected. That's the best way I can put it. And part of you is going to feel like you're not even there. You're going to feel disrespected. And the reason I love recording videos and a lot of this, and like scripting videos, the main reasons I love both of them is because both of these activities, both of these tasks put me in a perfect flow state. Anytime I talk on camera, even though like the first few minutes I might have some brain fog or whatever, soon enough I'm in a flow state. Like right now, 0 thoughts are in my head. When I'm making scripts or videos, I don't really make scripts that often, but when I do, sure, the first like 5 minutes I'm brain fog. I have a lot of thoughts going through my head about the channel, about my goals, blah 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 blah. But eventually I get to a flow state where I have no thoughts in my head, and I just work. And that is the reason I don't work with music. Because when I have music blasting, I lose my focus completely. With music, TV shows, with movies in the background, people talking in the background, a lot of the background noise, even just white noise, or lo-fi beats to study, I lose my focus immensely. That's why I get all my work done in less than 30 minutes. A lot of work I can condense down in like 10 minutes each. Because I'm just there, doing nothing, thinking about nothing except what is in front of me. So, that's why I don't do things with music. Music when I work out, but don't use music while I study or anything. So, what am I doing? Incline bench. And the reason I started training upper chest, funny enough, is because of like this guy named Mario Rios. If you look him up on YouTube, he's this big Leon Edwards fanboy who's obsessed with Leon Edwards' physique. Leon Edwards is like this UFC fighter. But anyway, the reason I started training upper chest was because I saw a video from him where he said that Andrew Tate's chest sucks because he doesn't have any upper chest development. Because he just does push-ups, push-ups, push-ups. Tate just does push-ups all day long, and he's like, his mid and lower chest are built, but his upper chest sucks, so it just looks like a sag. And then I was like, oh shoot, I should train upper chest. So then I started training upper chest. And sometimes when I look in the mirror, like I can just see the two divided muscles, and I'm just like, ooh, looking good, bro. Oh, and the funny thing, if you ever need the best mirror photos or the most definition in your muscles, get a tan. And I feel bad for like really, really, really pale people who can't get tans. That sucks. That really sucks. Because you get the best pop of your muscles or something. Or like just anything when you have a tan. Just looks 10 times better. That's why like my physique was kind of meh during winter. But then during summer it just exploded. So, the look of it at least. Now the key, like the few things that you really need, like if you ever just feel down randomly, or like you have some negative thoughts, the three things, like the main protocol that I do anytime I have these negative thoughts, negative feelings, I go outside, especially if it's sunny, go straight outside. Do some sort of exercise, be running. It can be push-ups, squats, sit-ups, any form of exercise, walking, running, literally anything. And then drink water. A few minutes of this, 10 to 15 to 20 minutes outside in the sun, water, maybe some food, and exercise. Immediately when I go back in, I feel way better than how I left the house. 10 times better, 20 times better even. Now this protocol that I do each time, they all have one thing in common. And that's that they're all fundamentals. Now a lot of these wellness tactics like meditation, cold showers, yes, they're amazing. I do them every single day. I do the cold showers, journaling, meditation every single day. But as long as you really master and you get hold of the fundamentals, that's when you can make them work for you. And as long as you have the fundamentals down, you have pretty much everything down for your life. Okay, so let's see what this chat has been saying. Damn. Feel like I'm getting called out? No, it's not just you. Honestly, what's your favorite workout? Okay, I'll answer this. What is my favorite muscle group to work out? My favorite muscle groups. I'll look at this thing off. Okay. Favorite muscle groups to work. This is hard. Honestly, this is like kind of hard. I would say legs, but no. I hate them. I hate training legs. I love them. I love training legs, but I hate training legs at the same time. They hurt. I'm sore for the next like 3 days. Honestly, I'm still in pain from the leg workout. But anyways, I love training legs, but I hate it at the same time, so that's out. If I had to be true, my favorite workouts my favorite muscle groups to work would either, it would be chest and triceps. I love doing bench. For no specific reason, I love doing bench press. Like even at the gym, my second is back and biceps. Because like, I love a strong back. I love being able to like see my lat spread, and it's just like the coolest thing in the world. But lat pull downs and pull ups get very boring. And honestly, it's kind of hard to progressive overload like pulling muscles, I guess. It's just different. So chest and triceps is probably my favorite muscle groups to work out of all of them. But back is a very, very, very close second. I would say arms, but after a while, like I got used to like the size of my arms, and like they're pretty big, I guess. So it's just like, it's cool, they're cool. But yeah, just got used to them, I guess. And speaking of like getting used to things, you really don't realize how much progress you've made, because every single day you look in the same exact mirror, seeing the same exact body day by day. And this is discouraging, very discouraging, because when you look at your physique, you think nothing has changed. Your Jeffrey mind convinces you that nothing has changed. Your physique looks the exact same from where you started. You haven't made any progress. You feel like crap because of all these negative thoughts. What you need to realize is that Jeffrey wants the worst out of you. The reason, you can't listen to Jeffrey. You can't listen to that negative part of your brain. That's convinced you to play thousands, hundreds of hours of video games. That's convinced you to binge eat so much unhealthy junk food. To binge watch a lot of things you know you shouldn't watch. Listening to this side of your brain, this Jeffrey side of your brain, ruins your life. So if you keep listening to him, your life's gonna suck. If you keep listening to these negative thoughts, this devil on your shoulder, you're never going to see progress, and you're never going to make progress. I've been there thousands. I've been there hundreds of times. Where I look in the mirror, I feel like nothing has changed. My mind convinces me that nothing has changed. I look back at old photos and I realize, I didn't even look that bad. But I look way better now, right? Right? You look way better now. Yes. Your mind just convinces you otherwise. Because that Jeffrey part of your mind will always be there and does not want you to be happy. So you can't listen to Jeffrey. Because he's the reason why your life sucked before. And listening to Adonis is the reason why your life doesn't suck. So, yeah, you have to have the ability to distinguish between the Jeffrey and the Adonis thoughts. The Adonis is the positive, happy thoughts about yourself. The Jeffrey are the negative, horrible thoughts about yourself. Jeffrey thoughts like, you suck, you're never gonna make it. You see all these guys, they're better than you. That guy over there, he actually has a full set of abs. That guy over there, he has bigger arms. Oh, look, he has bigger calves. my physique sucks, my shoulders are small, my back is small, my legs look like chicken legs, your grades suck, you have horrible mental health. All of these negative thoughts about yourself are coming from that devil on your shoulder. It's coming from Jeffrey. The thoughts of hatred to yourself. The thoughts of, and once it gets really bad, that's when the real negative thoughts come in. Not just the like, oh, you suck, but like the real thoughts of possibly ending it all. Like, fuck me. But once you start being able to differentiate the Jeffrey and the Adonis thoughts, the positive and the negative thought, the negative and the positive thoughts, you'll be able to reach towards the positive thoughts more and pull them in. So in any case where you catch yourself thinking about negative thoughts, like, oh, my hair sucks today, I'm not looking good today, you gotta forcefully implant these thoughts in your mind, positivity and positive thinking. And these dumbasses think that there's such thing as toxic positivity. Don't listen to these dumbasses. There's no such thing as toxic positivity. Sure, there's a thing as delusional. There's a thing as such as being delusional, thinking that, oh, everything's gonna go right. You know things are gonna go wrong, of course they are. But telling yourself that things are gonna go wrong every single day of your life, just telling yourself that you're never gonna make it, there's no such thing as toxic positivity. And these same people are blue-haired feminists that are all fat, and they all go to New York and raise the pride flag. I don't even know, like, whatever, with the pride flag. The blue-haired feminists trying to teach us that there's no such thing as you're fat phobic because you work out. Like, bro, I'm just trying to be healthy and look good. I don't know about you. I'm happy. I don't think you are. But no such thing as toxic positivity, no such thing as toxic masculinity, and no such thing as fat phobia. The only reason why fat phobia exists is because of these people being insecure about themselves, being insecure about how they look, because they see all of these people online think that clearly are photoshopped images. They clearly make themselves look better than what they really look like. And that's where they get the most insecure, and seeing all of these pictures on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat, which is probably one of the worst things for your mental health, social media in general, but I digress. The one thing that they all have in common is that they hate their lives, they hate their bodies, so they blame others for looking better than them, being more healthier than them. There's no such thing as fat phobia. There's only broken people who will need help. So, yeah. And together as a movement, as young, strong men, that we can be able to help these people. My life goal is to lead. I want to be able to inspire a new generation of young men, of my brothers, people who are in my age group, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I want them to realize the bad habits and change them to the good ones. To take out the negative thinking and replace it with positive thinking, so they can be happier, have better lives, eventually start making money or working for someone who has a really high paying wage, so that they can provide for their future families, for as strong men made to protect and made to provide, as men of character. Instead of acting like little boys, they act like real men who work out a lot, because there's this quote that I really love. That's my main quote for pretty much my entire life. I believe it's from Socrates, and the quote goes, "It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." And I think that quote is the most realist quote I've ever heard. Ever. Because if you're not training, you're just going to end up like a lump. You're going to end up depressed, sad, lonely, hating your life, wishing you can end it all. The gym is your escape, but it's a better escape. Unlike the drugs and the marijuana and the cocaine and all these other addictions, like a lot of the things, like, I don't even want to say it, but this is a positive escape. And for little video game addicts, this is your escape from them, from video games. They both share the two similarities of progress. In video games, you have progress by getting the goal, by finishing the missions, by ending the game and replacing with a new one. Same thing with the gym. Week after week, you add up more and more weight to the bar. That's progressive overload. And once you achieve that PR, it gives you a sense of achievement. And if you find gym bros, that's going to give you a sense of brotherhood. So a transition between video games and the gym is probably the best if you want to quit video games. And all these people thinking that video games is so productive, thinking that, oh, it's the storylines, it's so beautiful, look at the animation graphics. Have fun being beaten by a lot of people on the better path of self-improvement, of becoming stronger. Have fun not getting any girls. Have fun feeling sad about your physique. Have fun not achieving anything. Because some people, they're going to achieve stuff because they're not wasting time. They're not wasting time playing their little precious little video games with, like an extra megapixel of graphics, guys. Megapixel? Yeah. It's all about the storyline. Oh my god. Bro, I can't stand those people. Oh man. But they're funny to read on my comments. I'll give them that. One more set. No. What? Best thing about the gym isn't just that you get to look good for the mirror photos, the nice pictures. It's not just for that. It's not just for the girls. It's not just for validation. is to see the progress. Week by week, the weight going up. Week by week, you getting stronger, happier, bigger, or smaller. If you're overweight trying to lean down. Seeing the weight on the scale go down week after week, month after month, year after year. People start this journey for the wrong reason. I started off for the wrong reason. But then slowly, eventually, people break out of that mentality of, oh, I gotta work out to get more attractive for girls. Oh, I gotta work out for the mirror photos. Sure, that's a bonus. Really good bonuses, I might add, but I went through this metamorphosis of working out for girls, for the attention, to working out for me, to working out for my progress, for feeling fitter, for being happier, being more loving with my family and people I really do care about, having more energy, feeling strong. People don't know the beauty of this journey. Not just self-improvement, but not just the gym, but self-improvement as a whole. The productivity tactics, the mental health practices, the physical health practices. All of this compounds over time. The snowball effect is in action right this very second. These small infinitesimal habits, the days you didn't want to go to the gym and you did it anyway, that small amount of discipline will compound into years and months, to months and years and decades of progress. The person who goes to the gym once will always be beaten by the person who goes to the gym every single day. The person who goes to the gym, especially when they don't feel like it, will always surpass the person who didn't go today because they felt lethargic, they didn't feel good. They felt sad, so they didn't want to go to the gym. The person who doesn't want to go to the gym yet still goes anyway will always beat that person in the long run. These little habits day by day that we do, the journaling, the meditation, the workouts, all of these little infinitesimal things you think had no effect on you, eventually they will. Eventually they will compound into this. It will compound from that 1 day streak of meditation. In 10 years, you'll have the best mental health in the world, in your city. It all comes down to consistency and discipline. And once I realized the snowball effect, my outlook on things have been much broader. Like, ever since the snowball effect, anytime a video doesn't get as many views as the last one, I always think, at least I uploaded today, at least I did something today. Because eventually that's going to beat the person who doesn't upload at all. It's going to beat the person who doesn't want to upload because they're shy. It's going to beat the person who just felt too lazy to record. So. Little infinitesimal habits will always compound into big ones over years. No wonder why videos take so long.
What?
What are you doing?
With David?
Later.
What happened?
What? No. Give me like 30 more minutes. I'll be there.
What?
What? You tired?
Tired of down.
Huh? What's open? What?
Here.
The movie theater?
Yeah.
It's always open.
No.
Always. There's windows there. You remember that?
I don't know. I cannot see it. Now. Where's that window?
It's there.
Huh?
It's there.
Pulling down?
No, it's there.
How many years I cannot see that?
Palakpak.
Pati ko tukutong.
Palakpak sinahanay. What do you think? No.
I don't know. What happened?
You're the one palakpak you cannot see.
Ako puro palagpas.
Palakpak sinanay sinisto. But the little infinitesimal habits that you do each day will impact over years and will make you better. I never used to cold shower right. I always used to go in hot water and then like switch it to cold. I thought that was being so cool, but no. The reason why cold showers are supposed to be painful, well, no, cold showers are supposed to be painful from the start. You can't just go from nice relaxing to feeling like you're about to die. Because as soon as you get in that cold shower, like really freezing cold, you'll feel like you're about to die. That's where you need the discipline to keep going the most. And that's where you feel like you have the greatest win of the day, straight first thing in the morning, so that the rest of your day, you're gonna have more wins, and more wins, and more wins. And sure, throughout the day, you're gonna have some losses. But gradually, through the day, you're gonna have a win, another win, another win, another win, because of that first domino. Because of that first domino falling down and making the day 10 times better, just because you didn't chicken out and go into the cold shower, freezing cold. And trust me, going into the shower freezing cold hurts. Like, I never want to do it first thing in the morning, but you know what? It's discipline, it's on my habit tracker, so I kind of gotta do it. And if I don't do it that day, then that just shows that I don't have the strength to be disciplined, to protect, or anything. So it's either I do it or I feel like a failure. And I don't like to feel like a failure, so I gotta do it. And there are like so many health benefits too from doing cold showers. Honestly, cold showers is probably the only reason why I like feel awake throughout the entire day. Because if I didn't have cold showers, I would feel like really tired throughout the entire day. So and the funny thing with my triceps is that they're a half-inch difference. My left tricep is half-inch smaller than my right. So even though I don't have like the right equipment or anything, I always try to hit my triceps way better. I didn't do shit. I didn't do anything. And if you don't have tape measures, the easiest way to track if you've gotten bigger, like you've got bigger muscles, is wear a shirt that you wore at the beginning of your training and see if your arms fit. That is my greatest measurement. I have this one shirt that I always loved for years. And I still have it. It still fits. And now that my arms are tight in it, I knew my arms grew. And it's like really cool for it to fit right for my chest to be tight around it, and then it's just really nice to feel the tightness. I don't really wear baggy clothing. That's just not my style. I don't like baggy clothing. Just not for me. Because if I work this hard for a physique, why not just try to make myself, one, look better in the clothing, and two, make me feel like I have muscle, so then I feel more confident. That's the main reason why I always wear like skin tight clothing. All these people think I wear skin tight clothing, blah blah blah. Kinda do, honestly. It's pretty funny. There was this one time back in 8th grade where one of my shirts didn't fit right, like it was like kind of baggy on me. And later that day, I found out like that 7th grade was like making comments about how small I looked, or not how small I looked, about how I wasn't wearing like such a skin tight shirt. And honestly, I thought it was really funny. But if you go through all this hard work of building a physique, why wouldn't you want to try to show it off and make yourself feel more confident? You know? So, I'm gonna do some skull crushers. Bro, I really gotta invest in like a tricep extension machine. Those things are really nice. If you want bigger arms, get bigger triceps. The tricep makes up 70% of your arm, and the bicep takes up only 30%. So I always thought the reason my left arm was smaller than my right is because I didn't have a big enough bicep. So then I did endless bicep curls with my backpack, neglecting the one muscle that made my arm look 10 times bigger, the tricep. So now that I know this, I love training triceps. So, especially my left one, because obviously it's smaller. If you're not training young or at least teenage years, as a young man, if you're not training, you're a disgrace. To your family, to your bloodline, to everyone you love. Because when worst comes to worst, you can't protect them. You can't provide for them. If you're walking with your girl on the street and some guy pulls out a knife or just threatens to fight, if you're bigger, if you're physically bigger and you're stronger, he's not going to want to mess with you as much. Think of it. Would the school bully want to bully someone who's more jacked than him? Or the skinny kid? Or the fat kid? Obviously, the bully is going to go for the fat or just really skinny kid. So if you're not training as a young man, like at least just doing some sort of exercise, you're going to end up a lump. No one's going to respect you. No one's going to think of you highly. No one's going to be able to cry on your shoulder. No one's going to be able to look for guidance from you because you're just some skinny stick, some skinny fat kid. And if you're just some little weak kid, you can't do anything. You can't protect the ones you love. You can't help your friends carry this heavy weight. You can't help your father open it. You can't help your girlfriend open a jar. You can't do all the things that require strength because you're just weak. You don't have anything to do. So what do? You escape. You go to video games. Go to the addictions. Wasting time. Wow, you look like a deflated water balloon. You should train. You should train. You need to train. So you can be stronger, be happier, have more confidence. All of these things require working out. So you can be able to help your friends carry that heavy weight. So your girlfriend could love you and not think of you as some big little pudgy kid, some skinny little kid. A lot of people don't realize how important physical fitness is. A lot of people don't realize how important it is as a young man to lift heavy weights, to train their body, to build muscle, to increase their life. Because a lot of people are focused on now, on the instant pleasures right now, instead of the pleasures later. I put up this thing on my goal wall I call it, and it's just a quote from me. It was more of a diagram. I would rather sacrifice myself now than sacrifice myself later. So what this basically means is I would rather go through pain right now when I know that the pain will make me stronger. Perfect example of this is the gym. I put myself through pain and suffering just so I can look better, feel better later. And yeah, of course, there's some selfish aspects in this whole gym journey. Like, I want to look good for the mirror photos. I want to look good for my girlfriend. I want to just look good for me. The selfish little reasons, but in front of or behind the selfish reasons, there's a need for strength. As a young man, you need to be strong. You need to be stoic. You need to not allow your emotions to be able to control you. You need to be strong both physically and mentally, emotionally, spiritually strong. So that when your family comes with you for problems, you can think of ways to solve it rationally. Like a strong man. instead of some weak boy. And for many years, I was just some weak little boy. I went through stages of chubby to skinny, chubby to skinny, chubby to skinny, not achieving anything. Simping for endless girls, not achieving anything in my life. I went through years of this. Years. And the reason why my life has exploded so drastically is because of my own hard work, but mostly because of the gym. The gym saved my entire life, saved my future, saved my now. Because now my family respects me. My friends respect me more. And anytime I flex, my father, anytime I flex my bicep, he squeezes it and he calls it's a little potato. He calls my bicep a little potato. And eventually it's gonna go into a coconut. So, a few more years of training, I'll have coconuts for biceps. And papayas. What fruit was it? I think it was papaya for triceps. But, so you can feel better, you look better, your family respects you more. And for that random old guy who used to work out, he just gives you a nod. That's it. That little instance gives you 10 times the motivation that you had. And it's just beautiful. When your girlfriend looks up to you in like admiration, when, I don't know why, but it's like really funny to me that my girl can't even beat me in arm wrestle with both of her hands. And I'm barely even trying with one. It's like really funny, but it's also like kind of cute in a way. And I think it's a disgrace for your girl to be able to be stronger than you. Physically, mentally. Because you should be the strong one. As a young man, you should be the strong one in the relationship, in the family, and all of this. You shouldn't be able to depend on the family, on your girl to solve your little problems like going crying to mommy. You should be able to rely on yourself, on your friends, on your father, your grandfather, your mentor. You should be able to solve your problems as strong young man. And of course during puberty this is going to be a bit harder. That's why this challenge exists. It's a challenge. This is a quote from this book I really like. It's called The Way of the Superior Man. It's chapter 17 and it's the first few lines. It says that the masculine grows through challenge and the feminine grows through praise. So imagine every single time you praise your girlfriend on how beautiful she is, on how her hair looks today, on her little quirks that she has, she's gonna do them more often because you love when she does them. But the masculine goes through challenge. So the more challenge you have in your life, the more masculine you're going to be. The more challenge you add to your life, the more stronger you're going to be. And that's why I'm challenging myself to do all these things. To sit up straighter, to be healthier, so that I can be the strong man that my kids need, my future wife, my family, my girl, I can be the strong person in their lives that can help them through things, that can give them a sense of comfort and leadership. I just love how these little live streams of just me working out soon turn into a whole big thing, turning into masculinity. Oh man, that's just the person I am. I can turn one topic and turn into like 1,000 other topics. So that's just me. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And this doesn't mean by like if you're a girl and you work out whatever, this doesn't make you automatically masculine. That's just called taking care of yourself. And we all have a bit of the feminine and the masculine side of us. For men, it should usually be like 90-10, 90% masculine, 10% feminine. But the 10% feminine isn't like overly emotional, over the top. It's just being able to realize and see the beauty in things. To be grateful, to be loving towards your partner, to be able to see beauty in all things. And for girls, I hope it's like the complete opposite, where it's 90% feminine and 10% masculine. Or it just depends on who you are and like your personality types and everything. But usually it should be like 80-20, 90-10 usually. Because if you have like this depolarized relationship like many other people have now, where they're both in the 50% of each, there's no need. There's no need for the other. The reason why your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother needed your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was because she couldn't provide for herself. She needed a strong person in her life to help her through things. There was a need for each other back then. But now, because of all this conditioning of, oh, you go girl, you can do anything you want. And for guys to become more feminine, because you don't need to be masculine anymore, guys. Why do you think everyone's unhappy nowadays? Why do you think that? Why do you think everyone's unhappy? Because they think that they don't have a need for the other sex, or they're the same sex, but I personally found that the more masculine I became, the better my life became. The more struggle I went through, the more disciplined I became, and the more disciplined I became, the better my life became. And what I found out, it's for the other side is also true. For the feminine, it's when your girl becomes happier, more giggly, more touchy-feely, like all the cute little traits, like the feminine of just being happy, joyous, in the present, being able to just relax into the direction of the strength and leadership of her man. Is just like, what I personally found is that when girls become more feminine, that's where the life becomes better, because they can just relax. Because it's a fact. Men are made to lead. And people who go against this whole thing of where men aren't made to lead, You don't need to. Your men are supposed to be inferior. You go, boss bitch. You can do anything you want. No. That's why everyone's unhappy. So the more masculine as a man you become, the better your life will become. The more disciplined as a man you'll become, the better life you will have. And the more feminine you become as a girl, the more you're able to find a really good guy who can protect you, can love you with all of his heart, who can provide for you one of the best lives that you can have, where your mental health is amazing, where you're happy all the time. You see him, anytime you see him, you just get instantly burst into a big smile. That's where your life becomes better. And this polarity isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. That's where people are happiest. So, do you ever just see the sunset, sunrise, especially in mountains, in hills, in Georgia, Tennessee, during the summer, the sunrises and sunsets, the sun slowly creeping up and down behind the mountain, behind the trees, behind the lake. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Another one of the best things that helped me feel awake throughout the entire day was sunlight. So cold showers and sunlight. Because there's this thing called circadian rhythm. And the circadian rhythm is basically just our internal clock. Our circadian rhythm tells us if the sun is up, you see bright light, you go awake. You see no light, time to sleep. That's why in a movie theater you get so drowsy. That's why in the dark room, but you're just still staring at a computer screen with a bright light on, right before you're about to go to sleep, you're awake. Your mind's still awake. So what I do every single morning is I don't spend the first and last hour of my day on the phone. Most of the days I hit it, but sometimes I don't. But that's okay, because tomorrow is the next day. Everything resets at midnight. The most important lesson that my mentor has ever taught me, is that everything resets at midnight. So every single failure that you have after 12 a.m., it resets. The failures of today do not go to the failures of tomorrow. The failures of tomorrow is because of you. But the wins of yesterday, still, they won't translate themselves into the wins of today. Everything resets at midnight. So if you had a bad day, don't worry. It's going to reset at midnight. Tomorrow's the next day. This is a quote that my dad hammers into my head every single day. It annoys me so much. But the quote goes, wait, how does it go? Yesterday was history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the gift. And that's why it's called the present. So yesterday was yet history, meaning that everything that happened in that day stays in that day. Everything tomorrow, it's a new day. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But then we know what's happening right here and right now. That's the gift of the present. And that's why I strive to stay in the present as long as I can, where I'm not thinking of irrational things in my head, like little storylines that I make up, or thinking about, oh, I need to hit more macros, I need to get more views. I try to just be here and now in the present moment. Because like I said before, that's where people are most happiest. I think people can find a lot of value in these live streams. I give away a lot more value where I'm just in a flow state while in videos, because I get in flow states in videos. I give so much value away, so much knowledge away, but then I gotta go edit. And editing takes a while. And a lot of the pauses, and a lot of the uhs and ahs, and a lot of the mumbled words I need to cut out. So that takes a long time for me to edit the videos. So I feel like a lot of people can gain lots of knowledge by watching these live streams. So if you ever need like real knowledge where I'm not afraid to like share a lot of it on these live streams like I'm doing right now, because I don't need to edit this. I don't need to put in any music. I don't need to download it to my phone so I can upload to YouTube. Obviously, I'm still going to keep the normal videos, obviously, but I might do more live streams. Because when I'm in a flow state, I give so much value away. I give so much advice, knowledge to people around me. And that's what I think my main flow state task is. My main flow state activity is probably giving advice to people. So, giving advice to people, helping them through their ruts, their struggles. I feel that's my flow state. And that's where I'm most happiest. Giving advice to people, helping them. Wow. Sip of water could have killed me. There's so many times where I've almost choked in my life. That's kind of weird. Choked on food, water, lemonade. It's kind of funny. Kind of not. And those times where I just like take a sip of water and then I can't breathe, and that's so scary, man. Years ago, I was in my pool at my old house, at my beach house, and like I guess I breathed underwater or something, and then I couldn't breathe, so I ran out of the pool, and I was just like dying. My dad had to like hit my back so that all the water can come out, and I just like started throwing up. But lesson learned: don't breathe underwater. Unless you have a snorkel or something. So. And be careful drinking and eating, drinking and driving. So. The best lighting for mirror photos is down lighting. So if you don't know what downlighting is, it's like what it is right now, a light directly above of you. That's where you can see the most definition in your muscles. So if any gym bros are watching right now, or they made it this far into the live stream in the future, that you want better mirror photos, get downlighting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Let me see what these people be like chatting though. Kind of curious. Live chat. is okay. That comment that said like, dude, they just talk to themselves. Yes. Yes. As an only child, you learn to have conversations with yourself, to contemplate about things. That's just a skill that only children can master. So, yeah, but being an only child is like 10 times better than having siblings, in my opinion. I don't gotta share anything. I get all my parents' love. So it's like better than having siblings. Oh man, my cousin was staying with me this summer. I experienced what it was like to have siblings for once in my life. I never want to experience it again. Even though I love my cousin, it's just like, oh, she's just my cousin. It's cool. Oh, fuck, dumbass. But like, she's my cousin. Whatever. She is, oh man, annoying as heck, bro. She's annoying. I really experienced what it's like to have siblings. Cousins aren't? No, okay. To an only child, cousins are the exact same. Or at least my cousins are. They're like close enough to siblings. Not the same. They're the same thing to me. My cousin is a carbon copy of my mom. A carbon copy. Like, she's a mini version of my mom. She looks the exact same as my mom, acts the exact same. So she's just a carbon copy of my mom. And yeah. Oh man, she's so annoying. I love my mom, but just like having two of them, two of the same people, just one's more moodier than the other. Mm-mm. Can I flip this camera around? Yeah, there we go. Can I zoom? Let's go. Downlighting's the fucking best. But I can't believe I neglected my triceps when I started. It's kind of crazy. I wish I didn't. Can I see? There we go. Hold on. Zoom. How do I unzoom? There we go. Yeah, but sometimes like these mirrors, they got good, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I like flexing in these mirrors. Well, they're not mirrors, they're like the windows, I mean. Like, I've always wanted mirrors in my gym, but then I've just recently found out I had this. So, way cooler. Damn.
looking at old photos from like February, I kind of realized how much progress I made. Like I got way bigger, and I thought I looked so good back then. But like probably in a year, 6 months, I'll probably look back on this live stream and think, damn, you don't look as good. I look way better. But I digress. I look good. I like my progress. So yeah, if you enjoyed this live stream, please like, subscribe, so I get to my 5,000 subscribers by the end of your goal. Hard work now instead of later. And as always, Melius. Soon!